So attention has become the new viewability in a lot of ways. It's the market measurement for, was this ad not only seen but paid attention to? And we know that media campaigns can't be effective if that first step is not met. So I think attention has helped us get more creative with what happens after the fact. How can platforms like Onyx by Outbrain help brands really capitalize on those super high attention moments to then drive better bottom line outcomes? Audience behavior has changed wildly over the last decade, I would say, and I think the most interesting thing that I've seen is that audiences are really showing us how they want to consume content. They've indicated they like immersive experiences, they expect content to be hyper-tailored to themselves. So we've seen explosion of Reels, TikTok, and other platforms that can really provide that tailored experience. I think in the future, we'll see other platforms begin to follow suit and provide similarly immersive experiences that show consumers these brands understand them and how they like to interact with media, whether it's news, TV, streaming, recipe content. I expect the tailoring of those experiences to only increase for audiences.
So I think there's two main reasons that brands are getting more interested in attention metrics. The first one is sort of the decline of identity or the decay of identity. And for a long time, advertisers were making up for a lack of media quality by using attribution. And as the cookie is going away and advertisers are realizing that it's really hard to connect exposure to outcomes, they're refocusing on an understanding of what media quality actually is. The second thing that's happening is there's just a bigger emphasis on evidence-driven media buying. And advertisers are looking for signals that they can be confident that are predictive of the actual outcomes that drive their business forward. So I think it might go beyond targeting to actually making sure that they reach the audience that they are targeting in a high quality environment. If you can have the best audience data in the world, but if you're reaching them through low quality media, it just doesn't matter, the ads won't work. So I think that the benefit of attention metrics is ensuring that all of your investment and all of your planning and all of your thinking about who you want to reach actually matters because you're reaching those people with your message.
The interesting thing in our journey with attention has been to see how many underfunded, high attention moments there really are on the open internet. When we created Onyx by Outbrain, we knew that there was a way that our platform could help brands better capitalize on those high attention moments. And we've seen as an industry, brands are really looking for incremental reach and access to audiences that are in that mindset to truly engage with the brand message when it reaches them.
So there's a lot of opportunity for brands to use newer metrics like attention to find undervalued and underfunded environments where they can reach their audiences. In a lot of ways, they need to be looking in new places and for new things. Like the market has already moved to the classical high impact formats, and I think that it's important for brands to embrace newer metrics, newer ways of buying in order to more efficiently reach their audiences. So the first thing that any advertiser should do when they're using attention metrics is prove that those attention metrics are more predictive of the outcomes that they need to drive their business forward than their existing metrics. And after they've proven that attention metrics are a better proxy for quality and outcomes than viewability or video completion rate or any of the other sort of more narrative-based metrics that they've been using, they can optimize using attention metrics with confidence.
I think there's an incredible amount that technology platforms can contribute to the brand safety conversation. In the past, brands have really relied on keyword blocking and category blocking in order to protect their brands. But now we've seen a little bit of a tide shift in how brands think about and view brand safety. Instead of relying on those block lists, they're really thinking about the moment that their brand is reaching a consumer. How can they ensure that the sentiment is positive, that the moment is high impact? We've seen that as audiences deeply engage and absorb news media content, they're ripe with attention for brands to make a positive impact.
My advice to advertisers is that they start now. They don't wait for standardization, don't wait for the rest of the market to catch up. Prove that attention metrics are connected with the outcomes that drive their business forward so they can start leveraging them today. There's going to be plenty of time to integrate attention metrics into the rest of your advertising stack, but work with somebody like Onyx today and try to figure out like what are the benefits that they're able to see from newer metrics like attention.
Advertisers need to educate themselves on all of the different things that attention can contribute to their marketing strategy. Attention is really not just a metric, but it's a way of thinking about marketing effectiveness. So I think that advertisers who are really interested in fully capitalizing on the benefits that attention can provide should look at the platforms, the environments, the consumer behaviors that indicate this is a high attention moment that's ripe for my brand to capitalize on.